Nelly, Nelly, come to the window. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, look at what I see. He is riding into town on a swayback mule, got a tall black hat and he looks like a fool. Sure is a talking like he's been to school. And it's 1851. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, listen to what he's saying. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, he says it's getting late. And he says that them black folks should all be free to walk around the same as you and me. He's talking about a thing he calls democracy. And it's 1858. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, hear the banjos playing. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, hand me down my gun. For the men are a-cheering and the boys are too. They're all putting on their coats of blue. Can't sit around here and talk to you, for it's 1861. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, come to the window. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, I've come home alive. But my coat of blue is stained with red, and the man in the tall black hat is dead. We sure will remember all the things he said in 1865. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, come to the window. Hey, Nelly, Nelly, look at what I see. I see white folks and colored walking side by side, walking in a column that's a century wide. It's still a long and a hard and a bloody ride in 1967. This being winter, I'd like to do a song whose title is Winter Sky. And I ask you to pay attention to the words because, again, they're the most important. Out under the winter sky, out under the winter sky, stars come trembling on my eyes, stars to tremble my eyes, and I feel like some's gonna die. I feel like some's gonna die, and I feel like some's gonna die, and me with I feel like some's being born. I feel like some's being born. And I feel like some's being born. Tells my soul not to mourn.
I need the light. Can I just have a little light so I... That, thank you. I can see what I gotta do next. I'd like to do a song for you now, which was written by two fairly obscure writers. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of them. John Lennon and Paul McCartney. They're the pride of Liverpool, along with John Lennon's father. This song is one that is on their Rubber Soul album, and I find to be kind of appropriate for the end of the year. It's called In My Life. There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed. Some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their meanings. With lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living in my life. All of them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I'll love you more. I've got a number I'd like you all to join in on. You're going to be playing instruments. Your fingers, yes. Everybody snap your fingers to the beat of the music. And let's have no harmony or dissonance or anything. Let's get it. Together. And not too loudly, after all, it is my show. People say that to love is to be gay, but I find when I'm loving you, you only make me feel blue. I have roamed across the oceans and mountains too, but when finally I found
Why must I go on loving you when I know that your love's not true? You only make me feel blue, but I go on loving you. People say that to love is to be gay, but I find when I'm loving you, you only make me feel blue, but I go on loving you, but I go on loving you. Thank you. Oh, what will you give me? Say the sandbells of RHYMNY. They say a hope for the future. Cry the brown bells of Merthyr, who made the mine on earth. Cry the black bells of Rhondda, and who robbed the miner. Cry the grim bells of Blyna, with the vandals in court. Say the blue bells of Newport. All will be well if, oh if. Cry the green bells of Cardiff. Why so worried, sister? Why sang the silver bells of why? And what will you give me? Say the sad bells of RHYMNY. Last summer, it was quite a different summer here in Detroit. This next song I'd like to do is one that I learned shortly after the civil disturbances in Detroit. And it was written by Phil Ochs shortly after the civil disturbances in Watts. It's called In the Heat of the Summer. In the heat of the summer, when the pavements were burning, soul of a city was ravaged in the night, just as the city sun was setting. Well, no one knows how it started, why the windows were shattered, but deep in the dark someone set the spark, and then it no longer mattered. Drunk with the memory of the ghetto, drunk with the lore of the looting, and the memory of the uniforms shoving with their sticks, asking, are you looking for trouble? Down the street they were all roaming, Bricks were heavily flying, and all the stores were the targets now, where just the other day they were buying. On and on came the angry, no longer following reason. Oh, where were the white silver tongues that forgot to listen to the warning? Oh, no, 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 moaned the mayor. This is not the way of the order. Leave us alone. Please stay in your homes. We'll be glad to talk in the morning. For shame, wrote the paper. Why the hurry to your hunger? Now all the rubble is a-rusting in your streets. See what your rage has unraveled. And when the fury was over, shame was replacing the anger. So wrong, but we've been down so long that we had to make somebody listen. In the heat of the summer. So I like to do Scott McKenzie's song again. Hey friend, wake up, I'm throwing rocks at your window pane. Get out of bed, I've got something to say. Pick up a toothbrush, sneak down the stairway. You got no reason you should stay. Hey, what's the difference if we don't come back? Who's gonna miss us in our year or so? Nobody knows us all the things we've been thinking. So what's the difference if we go? Hey friend, wake up, I'm throwing rocks at your window pane. But don't wake your friends, they'll probably start to cry. You leave behind all the dreams they had planned for you. Don't worry, friend, they'll know why. Hey, what's the difference if we don't come back? Who's gonna miss us in our year or so? Nobody knows the things we've been thinking. So what's the difference if we go? So what's the difference if I go? I don't want your sometime loving that falls like summer's rain, for I've slept through 2 long winters, and love's been where my head has lain. When you wander through a snowfall, through the pines on which it's lain, when you see the way she holds them, come and hold me once again. And when you hear a river laughing as she bends the rocks and sands, see a wave crossing an ocean, come and take me by the hand. And when you see a hungry grassland, reach out to kiss the rain. When you see how strong her kiss is, come and kiss me once again. And when the earth has turned her season and love has brought the grain, if you find that love inside you, come and live with me again. I don't want your sometime loving, no, no, your sometime loving. Thank you. Thank you very much. This next song's kind of in the Western tradition, not in how it's written or sung, but in what it has to say. Me and my uncle, I went riding down from Colorado as Texas bound, but then we stopped off in Santa Fe, it being apart about halfway, and besides it was the hottest part of the day. We led our ponies into a stall, went to a bar, boys, bought drinks for all. 2 days in saddle, my body hurt, it being summer. Took off my shirt and I tried to wash off some of that dusty dirt. West Texas cowboys all over town. With gold and silver they're loaded down. Just in from roundup, it seemed a shame. So my uncle starts a friendly game. High-low Jackson, winner takes the game. From the beginning, Uncle starts to win. Them Texas cowboys, they was medicine. Some say he's cheating, but that can't be, 'cause my uncle, he's honest as me, and I'm as honest as a Denver man can be. Now one of them cowboys, he starts to draw. I grabbed the bottle, slapped him on the jaw. I shot another, he won't grow old. In the confusion, Uncle grabbed the gold, and we hightailed it down to Mexico. Now God bless cowboys and God bless gold. God bless my uncle and rest his soul. He taught me well, boys, taught me all I know. Taught me so well that I grabbed the gold, and I left him laying there by the side of the road. Down to a place by the river. You can hear the boats go by. You can spend the night forever, and you know that she's half crazy. That's why you want to be there. And she feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China. And just when you want to tell her that you have no love to give her, she gets you on her wavelength, and she lets the river answer that you've always been her lover. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe you'll trust her, for she's touched your perfect body with her mind. And Jesus was a sailor when he walked upon the waters, and he stood a long time watching from a lonely wooden tower. And when he knew for certain only drowned men could see him, he said, all men shall be sailors then, until the sea shall free them. But he himself was broken long before the sky would open, forsaken, almost human, as he sank beneath your wisdom like a stone. And you want to travel with him, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe you trust him, for he's touched your perfect body with his mind. And Suzanne takes you down to a place place by the river. You can hear the boats go by. You can spend the night forever while the sun pours down like honey on Our Lady of the Harbor, and she shows you where to look amid the garbage and the flowers. There are heroes in the seaweed, there are children in the morning, and they're leaning out for love, and they will lean that way forever while Suzanne holds the mirror. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe you'll trust her, for you've touched her perfect body with your mind. That last song, as many of you might know, was written by a man named Leonard Cohen. I'd like to do another song that he's written. The name of the song is Dress Rehearsal Rag. Got up sometime in the afternoon and you didn't feel like much. Said to yourself, hey golden boy, where's your famous golden touch? I thought you knew where all the elephants lie down. I thought you were the crown prince of all the wheels in Ivory Town. Look at your body now, there's nothing much to say. And a bitter voice in the mirror says, hey prince, you need a shave. Now if you can manage to get your trembling fingers to behave, why not try unwrapping a stainless steel razor blade? That's right, it's come to this, it's come to this. And wasn't it a long way down? And wasn't it a strange way down? There's no hot water, what do you expect from the kind of places you've been living in? Don't drink from that cup, it's all caked and cracked along the rim. That's not the electric light, my friend, that is your vision that is dim. Cover up your face with soap, now you're Santa Claus. And you've got an A for anyone who will give you his applause. I thought you were a racing man, but you couldn't take the pace. That's a funeral in the mirror, and it's stopping at your face. That's right, it's come to this, it's come to this. And wasn't it a long way down? wasn't it a strange way down? Once there was a path and a girl with chestnut hair, and you spent the summers picking all the berries that were there. There were times she was a woman, there were times she was a child, as you held her in the shadows where the raspberries grew wild, and you climbed the highest mountain and sang about the view, and everywhere you went, love went along with you. That's a hard one to remember. It makes you clench your fist, and the veins stand out like highways all along your wrist. That's right, it's come to this. It's come to this. And wasn't it a long way down? And wasn't it a strange way down? You can still find a job, go out and talk to a friend. On the back of every magazine there are coupons you can send. Why don't you join the Rosicrucians? They'll give you back your hope. You can find your loving diagrams in a plain brown envelope, but you've used up all your coupons, except the one that seems to be tattooed on your arm, along with several thousand dreams. Now Santa Claus comes forward with a razor in his mitt, and he puts on his dark glasses, and he shows you where to hit, and the cameras pan the stand-in stuntman's dress rehearsal rang. This next song was made popular by a number of groups, the women folk down at Peter Paul Mary. I think you'll all recognize it. It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand, made of sand. Come on, join in. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hand, in your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. Those of you who know harmony, try it. You've got reasons aplenty for going. Make sure you know it. This I know, this I know. For the weeks have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not not a trace left behind. Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. Well, keep trying anyway. As I lie in my bed in the morning, without you, without you, every song in my heart dies a mourning. Without you, without you. Beautiful. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. That was the last thing on my mind. That was the last thing on my mind. Oh, the harmony.